Hello, my name is Oren Otter, and I'll be your hypnotist today. This video is a Valentine's Day adventure hypnosis routine in which you will be transformed into an animal, meet lots of new friends, fall in love, and live happily ever after. This is the men's version of this routine. Ladies, I invite you to try out the female version performed by my wife, Fnaire. As always, I'd like to remind everyone, if you have any misgivings about hypnosis or going into trance, the process is as safe as sleep. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. I won't try to make you my slave. I won't tell you to forget anything. I can't and wouldn't make you do anything you don't want to do. You'll be in charge the whole time, and if at any point you don't like something I say, you're welcome to cut it off right there. I'm going to start by taking you into a state of deep relaxation, so I would like you to be as comfortable as possible. You should be lying down or sitting down in a position where your head is supported. I would like you to lie as still and as quiet as you can, but if you feel the need to scratch an itch or shift your weight, that's fine. You can go ahead and move if you need to. Otherwise, just go ahead and lie back, listen to my voice, and let me do all the work. Your job is going to be to relax as much as possible and just concentrate on the sound of my voice. Now, if you're ready, we'll begin. I'd like you to close your eyes and imagine a forest, a very peaceful forest, very beautiful. It's springtime and the trees are already green, but there are still lots of flowers in pinks and reds, whites and yellows. Here and there, some purple and blue flowers. The birds are singing softly. It's a very peaceful, very beautiful place. And as you walk through this forest, you come upon a clearing. Sunlight is streaming in, making the place nice and warm. There's a pond in the center of the clearing. It's lovely and tranquil. Frogs are sitting on lily pads in the middle of the pond, just enjoying the sunshine. Butterflies and dragonflies are flitting about. It's so peaceful, so beautiful here. The air is clean, the grass is green, and the sunlight so nice and warm. It seems like the perfect place for a mid-afternoon nap. And so you sit down with your back against a tree trunk, and it just feels so comfortable. And as you lay back, you could easily imagine that you're not laying against a tree at all, but laying in a nice, cozy bed. It just feels so good. As you lay there, you feel a warm, pleasant sensation in your feet. It's making all of the muscles in your toes completely relax, just feeling so good, letting all of the tension go, as one by one your toes completely relax. From the little toe on your left foot, all the way over to the little toe on your right foot. Everything just relaxing completely and feeling so good. And as you enjoy this feeling of warmth and relaxation, it begins to move from your toes up into the rest of your feet, making all of the muscles in your feet completely relax, just letting go of all the tension, all the stress, and feeling so very good. Just feeling so wonderful as that warmth penetrates your feet, up into your ankles, spreading up into your legs, making all of the muscles in your shins relax, all the way up to your knees, making your calves relax as well, just making all the stress melt away, feeling so peaceful, so calm, so very good, as that warm, pleasant sensation creeps up past your knees, up into your upper legs, making all of the muscles in your thighs completely relax, letting go of all the tension, all of the stress, feeling so good, so very peaceful and calm as that sensation comes up through your legs, up into your hips, up into your rear, making everything feel so very pleasant, just penetrating every muscle, making all of the muscles let go of all the tension, making the stress just melt away as that warm, positive sensation comes up into your pelvis, up toward your waist, making everything from the waist down just feel so good, so very warm and calm and positive, coming up into your abdomen now, into your lower back, making all of the muscles in your lumbar region feel very good, relaxing completely, just letting go of all the stress, letting all the knots ease away as it comes up into your stomach, up toward your solar plexus, making everything relax, just feeling so calm, so good, as all of the muscles let go and completely unwind, feeling so very wonderful and peaceful. And as that sensation slowly rises up toward your chest, you can also feel it in the tips of your fingers, making all of the muscles in your fingers relax, just unclenching everything, feeling calm and peaceful and relaxed as that warm sensation climbs up into your hands, making the palms, the back of the hands, all the way up to the wrist feel so good, so completely relaxed, letting all the tension just go away, letting all of the stress melt off as it comes up past your wrist into your forearms, making everything feel so very good, making all the muscles relax completely, just letting go of all that tension, making all the stress completely melt away, just leaving everything feeling calm and peaceful and good, and you're enjoying it so much as that warmth spreads up into your upper arms, just enjoying that feeling of warmth and positivity, energy and relaxation as you just lay back and listen to the sound of my voice. That warm, positive energy is making your biceps and your triceps relax, going all the way up into your shoulders, leaving everything feeling so very good, so very peaceful as you just lay back and enjoy it. You can feel that warmth coming up from your abdomen into your chest, up into your upper back, joining that warm sensation coming into your shoulders now, making the pectoral muscles relax, making all of the muscles in your upper back relax, just feeling so very good, so very wonderful as you continue to relax, just feeling so very peaceful, letting go of all the tension, letting go of all the stress. And as that pleasant, warm sensation rises up past your collar, up into your neck, it just feels so good, making all the knots of tension disappear, feeling absolutely wonderful. It's almost as if you were receiving a warm, pleasant massage, just making all of the tension melt away as that warmth comes up into your head, penetrating your jawbones, making all of the muscles in your jowls, your chin and your cheeks feel so completely good, making all of the muscles around your mouth relax, just feeling peaceful and calm and wonderful. And as that sensation comes up past your cheeks, up into your nose area and your ears, it leaves everything feeling so good, leaving the area around your eyes feeling completely relaxed, completely wonderful, peaceful, rising up into your eyebrows, up into your forehead, and as it comes up toward the top of your head, you just feel so completely calm, utterly relaxed and totally peaceful. The only muscles that are working right now are the muscles that you're using to breathe. Just feeling so good as you breathe deeply that clean, pleasant forest air. Breathing in very deeply. And as you breathe in, I would like you to go ahead and open your eyes. And when you breathe out, breathing out all the tension and stress that's left over, I'd like you to close them again. Each time you breathe in, open your eyes and feel that they're just a little bit heavier each time, as if someone is adding weights to them. And each time you breathe out, it's going to be a little easier to close them again. So breathe in, opening your eyes with just a little more difficulty, and breathe out all your leftover tension, letting your eyes close a little more easily. Breathing in that warm, clean air, feeling so refreshed, so good and peaceful. Breathing out the last remnants of stress and tension as you close your eyes a little more easily. Breathing in, opening your eyes a little less. Breathing out, letting them close a little more easily. Breathing in deeply, that warm, positive sensation, and breathing out the last little bits of stress. Breathing in and breathing out, just feeling so very good. And if you'd like to go ahead and close your eyes, you can go ahead and do that. Just shut your eyes and let them lock shut. Feeling so very good. Just feeling so very peaceful, calm, and refreshed as you continue to breathe in that warm, clean air and breathe out those last bits of stress. Just feeling so very good, so very peaceful. And if you want to try to open your eyes, you're welcome to go ahead and try, but you'll find that you're not able to open them. They don't want to open because it just feels too good to just lay back, completely relax, and just listen to the sound of my voice, letting my words create your reality for you, just feeling so good as you begin to sink down into trance. You're already doing very well, starting to sink deep down into that blissful, pleasant, relaxing state of trance, feeling so wonderful, so very good. And I'm going to help you go deeper now. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1, and with each number I count, you're going to be able to go deeper into that wonderful state of trance. And when I reach 1, I'll snap my fingers and tell you to sleep. And when I do, you'll find that you're able to go instantly and effortlessly even deeper into that wonderful, blissful, relaxing state of trance, just as if you were sinking down into a pleasant pool of water, yet still able to breathe easily the entire time, just feeling so very good. 10, sinking down into trance now. 9, a little bit deeper with each number I count. 8, just feeling so very good as you sink deeper. 7, further and further down. 6, feeling better the deeper you go. 5, going deeper the better you feel. 4, just feeling relaxed and wonderful. 3, nearly there now. 2, just a little bit more. 1, sleep. You're doing very well now, going so much deeper into that wonderful state of trance as you just lay back and sleep. feeling so very wonderful, so very good, as you just listen to the sound of my voice. As you sleep, you're doing very, very well, going further and further down into that wonderful state of trance, just relaxing completely as you sleep, feeling so very good, sinking deeper and deeper, feeling better and better, more and more relaxed as you sleep, doing so very well, going deeper and deeper, just feeling absolutely wonderful as you sleep. You're doing so very well, and you've gone as deep as you can go for now, but I'm going to help you go even deeper. To do that, I'm going to have to wake you up out of trance, so that when we go back down, we'll be able to go 10 times deeper than before. 1, starting up out of trance now. 2, a little higher with each number I count. 3, becoming aware of your surroundings. 4, open your eyes. 5, fully awake now, still feeling very good, still feeling completely relaxed. As you just stretch your limbs, go ahead, stretch them out, get as comfortable as you can. Go ahead and scratch any itches if you need to. And as soon as our short break is over, I'll be taking you back down into trance. Here we go now. 10, going back down now. 9, further and further down with each number. 8, going 10 times deeper than before. 7, so much deeper. 6, further and further down. 5, feeling better the deeper you go. 4, going deeper the better you feel. 3, further and further down into trance. 2, almost there now. 1, sleep. You're doing very, very well, feeling so very good as you continue to relax and sleep. Just 4 steps away from total relaxation now, as you continue to lie back and listen to my voice and sleep. Further and further down as you continue to relax, feeling so very good, just relaxing completely as you sleep. You're doing absolutely wonderful, nearly there now, as all your thoughts become soft and fuzzy, just relaxing completely as you sleep. Almost all the way there now. You're feeling so very good, so very warm and fuzzy, as you just completely relax and sleep, sinking into a deep, deep sleep, a very deep sleep, a full and complete sleep. Feeling so very good as you just enjoy your nap in the forest, bathing in the warm sunshine and the wonderfully clean air, listening to the singing of the birds and the croaking of the frogs and the buzzing of the dragonflies. Everything's just so pleasant and peaceful. Now, I would like you to think of someone. I want you to think of the person that you love most in the world. If you're married, I would like you to think about your wife. If you have a girlfriend, think about her. Or if you don't have a special someone, just think about what it would be like to have that special someone in your life. What she would be like. Think about the kind of woman that you wish you were with and how happy it would make you just to be with her. Just think about that person. Think about how wonderful she makes you feel, how absolutely terrific she is. Now, I said earlier that I wasn't going to make you forget anything, and I'm going to make an exception just this once. I want you to forget that you know this person. Don't worry, we're going to bring that memory back in just a little while. But for now, it's important that you forget about this person, because we're going to recapture the wonder of meeting this person for the first time. So I want you to stop thinking about her. Forget that you know her. Forget that you know your wife or your girlfriend or the girlfriend that you'd like to have. Just stop thinking about them. Forget that you know them. You have never yet met this person. You will remember her when you hear the phrase, "Look into her eyes." For now, forget that you know her. You do not know her yet, but you will know her when you hear the phrase, "Look into her eyes." That's when you'll remember her. And when you hear that phrase, all the emotions that she brings into your life will come rushing back. All the happiness, all the joy, all the love and contentment. All of this emotion, the wonderful way she makes you feel, all of this will come rushing back when you hear the phrase, "Look into her eyes." But for now, I want you to forget that you know her. You do not know her yet. You have not met yet. In fact, the reason you've come to this forest is because you're lonely. Today is Valentine's Day, and you don't really like Valentine's Day because it reminds you how lonely you are. And you can't help but notice how happy everyone else seems. The couple sitting across from you in the restaurant, the couple walking down the street holding hands, the old couple sitting on their porch rocking together as they watch the world go by. Everywhere around you, you see people in love, buying each other gifts, giving each other hugs and kisses, exchanging flowers and balloons and chocolates, making each other very, very happy. And yet, there's no one for you. You've been feeling lonely and depressed, so you came out here for a walk in the woods, hoping that you could forget about your loneliness for a little while. And for a bit, it seemed to work. But now, you're beginning to feel lonely again. You're feeling sad, very sad, and a tear drips from your eye as you think about how lonely you feel. But as you sit there feeling sad and lonely, a dragonfly comes up to you. Only you quickly realize this is no dragonfly. It's a fairy. She's a beautiful little fairy with gossamer wings and a little leafy green dress. "What's wrong?" the fairy asks you. And so you explain to her how lonely you are and sad because there's no special someone for you. "Maybe I can help," said the fairy. "There's no one for you where you come from, but maybe there's someone here in this village." You look around, but you don't see any village. "What do you mean?" you ask. "What village?" The fairy just giggles. "Do you trust me?" she asks. At this point, you're so lonely you'd be willing to try anything. And so you tell her, "Yes, I trust you." "Good," says the fairy. "Just lay back, close your eyes, and enjoy what's about to happen." You do as she says, laying back and closing your eyes. And as you do, you can feel something happening all around you. It seems that your clothing is starting to disappear. starting with your shoes and your socks, going up into your pants. The fabric is disappearing, leaving your skin exposed to blades of grass underneath you. Your shirt is vanishing now, and you wonder for a moment exactly what this fairy has in mind. Should you be worried? But then you decide, no, there's nothing to worry about. Everything that you're wearing is disappearing. And lastly, your underwear, leaving you completely naked, completely exposed to the elements of the forest. You can feel the wind and the sunshine all across your skin, and it feels good. You think for a moment that you should probably be embarrassed about being naked, but you don't. It feels good, and you know that you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. And if anyone should come along and be offended by the sight of your manhood, well, that's their problem, not yours. Your skin is feeling tingly now, almost tickly, as hairs grow in all over your body, covering it with fur, a rich, luxurious, bright red fur. You don't normally see fur this color. It's usually orange or brown, but this fur is candy apple red. On your belly, the fur is white, white like driven snow. And on your hands and feet and ears, the fur is dark, dark black, black like the night. Your toes are starting to feel a little bit odd. Your big toes are shrinking and moving farther up on your foot, becoming tiny little dew claws. The other 4 toes on each foot are rearranging themselves, and the nails becoming long and curved and pointed, changing into claws, the claws of a fox. And your feet are becoming long and narrow. You now have the paws of a fox. The same thing is happening to your hands. The thumbs changing to dew claws. The remaining fingers changing into paws, complete with those long, curved claws. Pads are forming on the tips of your toes and your fingers, on your palms and on the soles of your feet, to protect your paws when you walk on the forest floor. And it feels good, almost as if you're slipping on a comfortable pair of slippers. The transformation is now moving from your feet up into your legs. Your legs are getting much shorter and much thinner. They're changing into the haunches of a fox. And in your arms, changes are also taking place. Your upper arms, especially, are becoming shorter and shorter, while your hands are becoming longer. Your shoulders are moving in toward the center of your body, so that when you stand on all fours, your front legs will be directly underneath you. You now have the arms and legs of a fox. Something is happening just above your bottom now. Your spine is extending outward, growing into a long, slender tail. It's hairless at first, but it doesn't stay that way. Hair immediately starts growing in, becoming long, luxurious fur, and your tail gets bushier and bushier, becoming most impressive, almost as big as the rest of your body. It's a big, fluffy tail that any fox would be proud to have. The changes are now progressing up from your legs into your torso. The bulge of your bottom begins to shrink away, straightening into the sleek form of a fox. Your special member seems to disappear into your fur. But not to worry, you know it's still there. Your stomach becomes thinner, while your chest becomes narrower and pushes forward, becoming the narrow chest of a canine. And as your torso finishes its transformation, the changes move up into your neck. It becomes broader and stronger. The whole angle of your neck seems to change so that it's easier to look forward when on all fours. Your human hair is changing to match the bright red color of your fur and shrinking to match its length. Your ears are moving up toward the top of your head, and they're becoming large and pointed. The beautiful big black ears of a fox. And as you test the muscles, you find that you can move your ears in just about any direction. The sounds all around you become more intense. Your nose and mouth are changing dramatically as both of them move forward further and further, changing into a long vulpine muzzle. The end of your nose becomes black and wet and cold. On your upper lip, whisker bundles form, and long, slender, silky whiskers sprout from them. Your teeth are changing, especially your canine teeth, changing into long, elegant fangs. And finally, your eyes are changing, becoming large and sensitive. The iris is changing to a lovely gold color as your pupils lengthen, becoming like the eyes of a cat. The transformation is almost complete. All that's left to change is your size. And so you begin to shrink, becoming smaller and smaller, becoming the size of a large dog, shrinking further and further down to the size of a raccoon, further and further, until you seem almost to be too small for a fox. And yet, this is the perfect size for you. You're confident of that. Rising to stand on your four paws, you look around. The fairy is gone. That's unfortunate. You wanted to thank her. But then you remember, fairies don't like to be thanked. So it's just as well. You begin walking, and you start to see things that you hadn't noticed before. There are nests in the trees with thatched roofs. There are burrows beneath the trees with glass windows. There are even homes in the trunks of the trees with stovepipes and doors that close. You wonder to yourself, how could I not have noticed these things before? Suddenly you realize, this is what the fairy was talking about. This is the village. Why, it's even set up like a town. There's a big town square right in the middle. And standing there, right in the middle of the square, looking very important, is a skunk wearing glasses and a top hat. Curious, you approach him in a cautious but friendly manner. "Welcome, stranger," says the skunk. "I don't believe I have seen you in town before." You introduce yourself, giving him your full name. "I'm Mayor Skunk. I'm in charge of this town," says the skunk, very importantly. "I'm guessing that you were just recently turned into a fox." "Why, yes," you say. "How did you know?" "You gave me your human name. We don't use human last names around here. Oh, we use our first names, of course, but for our last names, we just say Mr. Skunk or Mr. Rabbit. It's much easier that way." "Well then," you say, "I guess that makes me Mr. Fox." "Welcome to Sylvaniaburg," says the mayor. "I'm confused," you confess to the mayor. "I've been through this wood 100 times, and I've never seen this place." The mayor begins walking and motions for you to follow. "Of course not," he says. "This place is hidden from human eyes by powerful magic. All you would see is trees and nests and burrows, and of course, we would appear as normal forest animals." "So, you're not forest animals?" you ask. "Oh, we are now," said the mayor. "But like you, each of us used to be human." "Oh, we all have different stories," says the mayor. "Fairy, wizard troll, cursed object, genie. But we all find our way here eventually." As you look around, the town seems to become even more and more impressive. Soon the mayor leads you to what seems to be a bakery. It's housed in a big oak tree. A dozen stovepipes are coming out of the tree, and the smells emanating therefrom are wonderful. As you approach the bakery, a possum exits. In his paws is a basket full of hot, steaming goodies that smell like the tastiest meats. "Good morning, Mr. Possum," says the mayor. "Oh, good morning, Mayor," says the possum. "I was just on my way back to the store with a load of goodies." "This is Mr. Fox," says Mayor Skunk. "He's new to Sylvaniaburg." The possum steps up toward you. He's easily as tall as you are. He smiles in what seems an unsettling manner, but you know he's trying to be friendly, so you smile back. "Awfully small for a fox," he comments. But his apparent rudeness is smoothed over as he hands you a nice, crunchy dog biscuit. "Here," he says, "on the house, since you're new. Want to make you feel welcome." You thank him and take the biscuit. As you crunch into it, the wonderful flavors of beef and chicken and turkey fill your mouth. It's absolutely delicious. "Well, gotta be getting these back to the grocery store," he says. "Pleasure meeting you, Mr. Fox." And as the possum leaves, someone else comes up the road. It's a female raccoon, and in her paws, she's carrying a basket full of curtains, blankets, and towels. "And here's Mrs. Raccoon," says the mayor, "the laundress. Hello, Mrs. Raccoon." "Hello, Mayor," says Mrs. Raccoon. "Lovely day, isn't it?" "I would like you to meet our newest arrival, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox, this is Mrs. Raccoon, the laundress." I didn't know animals did laundry, you say. I thought everybody just ran around naked. He just transformed, says the mayor by way of explanation. Ah, I see, says Mrs. Raccoon, as if that explained everything. So what brings you here to Sylvaniaburg? So you tell Mrs. Raccoon your story, how you were lonely, went out for a walk, and encountered the fairy, who said she might be able to help you, and how there might be someone for you here in this village. I'm sorry to disappoint you, says Mrs. Raccoon, but there aren't any female foxes here. In fact, the only fox here is you. This news saddens you, but you also realize that you've now lost everything. You can't go back home not looking like this. You've lost your home, your possessions, your old body. You gave up everything for a chance of love, and now you don't even have that. With a heavy heart, you ask Mayor Skunk and Mrs. Raccoon to excuse you, and you take your leave of the town, feeling even sadder and lonelier than you were before. You continue your walk through the woods, only now in the body of a fox. You head towards the edge of the woods, where the forest meets the hills, and that's when you see her. A large female rabbit with pink eyes and fur as white as the snow. She's absolutely beautiful, the most gorgeous creature that you've ever seen. You feel that you absolutely have to go talk to her, and so you move toward her. But as soon as she sees you, she becomes frightened. She begins to run, but you absolutely have to know her, and so you chase after her. You chase her up into the hills. That's when she makes her mistake. She darts behind some rocks to try to hide, but in doing so, she's managed to get herself cornered. You stand there, blocking her only exit. Don't be afraid, you tell her. I only want to talk to you. Although she's still frightened, she nods and allows you to approach. And you look into her eyes. And when you look into her eyes, it's as if a magic spark occurs, and you suddenly realize this is the one for you. This is the one you were meant to be with. It's as if you've known her your entire life. You tell her your name, and she tells you yours. But of course, she says, everyone calls me Miss Rabbit now. And this may sound really, really strange, but I think I'm in love. She hops forward and places a paw upon yours. She's a very large rabbit, and she stands exactly as tall as you, minus the ears, of course. I think I'm in love too, you tell her. In fact, I know I'm in love. I feel like I've known you my whole life, she says. It's like we were meant to be together. Yes, you say. That's exactly how I felt. Let's not waste another second being lonely. Let's get married, right now, you and me. This is so sudden, she says, but yes, let's do. So the two of you return to the woods and to Sylvaniaburg. There you once again meet Mayor Skunk and tell him of your plans to marry. My, he says, this is highly irregular. It is rather sudden, you confess. No, it's not that, says the skunk. You're a fox, and you're a rabbit. A fox marrying a rabbit? It's never been done. Then we want to be the first, says your fiancé. Well, we'll have to talk to Preacher Otter about this. Mayor Skunk escorts you to a small chapel in the middle of a copse of birch trees. Standing there is an otter holding a Bible. Welcome, says the otter. Miss Rabbit, it's nice to see you again. I wasn't expecting to see you back so soon. Reverend Otter, she says, I'd like you to meet my fiancé, Mr. Fox. A pleasure, says the otter. Wait, did you say fiancé? As in, you're planning to marry each other? That's right, you reply. Well now, this is very unusual. A fox and a rabbit marrying. Let me ask you, are you truly in love? Once again, you look into her eyes, and you know, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that this is true. Yes, you say, we are truly in love. We are, she says. We absolutely are. Then let's have a wedding, says Preacher Otter. You and your rabbit are so happy now. Word spreads quickly through the town that there's going to be a wedding. All of the animals are there. Mayor Skunk, Grocer Possum, Laundress Raccoon, as well as Mrs. Cat, the manicurist, and Mr. Wolf, the teacher. Everyone is there, and everyone is so happy for you. And as the preacher asks if you take this rabbit to be your lawfully wedded wife, you look into her eyes deeply and reply, I do. And then she looks into your eyes just as deeply and says, I do. You can feel your heart happily pounding in your chest as you kiss the bride deeply and passionately. When the wedding is over, Mayor Skunk and Preacher Otter escort you to a special honeymoon cottage. It's a cozy little burrow in the roots of a maple tree, where the two of you can live happily ever after and get busy creating a new species of bunny foxes. And I'll leave that part to your imagination. Happy Valentine's Day.